it'll go wide.
Sure.
So will Everybody's Fine. That opens in limited release on the 4th as well. This has got your Robert De Niro, your, what's her name? Drew Barrymore. Basically, dad's alone because mom has died.
Mm-hmm.
And it used to be all the kids would come to the house for Christmas.
Yes.
And, they'd fill in dad and how things are going because that was the only time they saw dad.
Right.
Well, then all the kids call dad and say, hey, we can't make it for this, that, and the other reason. So dad says, screw you guys. I'm coming home.
Yep.
And so all of a sudden, dad shows up.
Right.
So, which is what I plan on doing here eventually to my kids.
Just showing up.
Just showing up, going, hey, guess who?
Where's my bed?
But it looks good.
It does look good.
It does look good. Drew Barrymore, she looks cute in this. So, and then the last time we talked, we'd mentioned that everything was going vampire.
Yes.
So it didn't.
Or zombie.
Yep. So but mostly vampire because you got the vampire show on HBO.
Mm-hmm.
You got the vampire.
True Blood.
You've got the vampire show on regular TV, which I think has been canceled.
Oh darn!
But then you got the New Moon. It's vampire. So Transylmania comes out on December 4th, and if you're a fan of like the scary movies, how many were there? 4?
Oh, who knows?
I think. A group of college kids do a semester abroad at Razvan University, only to realize their ancient castle campus is cursed. And it's one of those dorky
spoofs.
Yep, it's got a bunch of people I've never heard of before in it. So, but it's rated R. So it's one of those simple dorky movies that everybody will go see.
Yes.
Further out, did you hear about the Morgans?
Mm-mm.
Hugh Grant, Sarah Jessica Parker.
I'd like to be related to Hugh Grant in a marital way.
It's
not like brother sister.
What was the movie starring? Oh crap!
That one guy. That one girl.
No, the one gal that.
Here we go.
Where she went from New York City to Minnesota. She got transferred.
Oh, New in Town?
Yeah.
Renee Zellweger?
Thank you.
Harry Connick Jr.?
Thank you.
What's your point?
This looks about the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Hugh Grant and Sarah Jessica Parker are married. They witness a crime in the big city, so they get put in the witness protection program, and they get sent out to the middle of Iowa, and they're not used to living out in God's country.
Ha, city folk.
City folk moving in a country mouse.
I'm not a Sarah Jessica Parker fan, just so you know.
Well, thanks a lot.
Her mole bugs me.
Now, opening up on December 11th, or 16th rather, there's a movie called Ricky. Here's what it says. When Katie, an ordinary woman, meets Paco, an ordinary man, something wonderful and magical happens. They fall in love. But then their love for each other produces an unusual baby, Ricky.
Is his last name Bobby?
No.
Oh.
And that's all it says. It says it's a comedy, drama, science fiction, fantasy thriller.
Great.
So I don't know
whatever that means.
So I don't know if the kid is like, magical or superpowers or he's the new Damien. I have to he's Ricky. Oh, Ricky, you're so fine. You're so fine. So I don't know. That's all it says. Now, this movie Avatar comes out on the 18th. This is, I have to laugh because every time I see this on TV, it says from James Cameron.
Right.
Who brought you Terminator.
Titanic.
Terminator. No, they don't list Titanic.
I know.
They list Terminator and Terminator 2 and...
The action movies.
Yeah, the action movies. They don't list Titanic.
There's another Arnold movie they
True
list
Lies.
too. Yeah, that's it.
Which is... That might be Jamie Lee Curtis's finest role.
Only because she's in the best shape ever.
Yes.
And then she let herself go.
Maybe slightly behind when she was in Trading Places.
Okay.
But that's simply because she was topless in that movie. But other than that, her finest theatrical role, I think, was in True Lies.
3 words, little black dress. Hanging from a helicopter.
Where were we?
Anyway.
Oh, Avatar, yes. So this is, heroes embarking on an epic adventure, ultimately fighting to save the alien world he has learned to call home.
Is this
This
Live
movie,
action?
it is and it isn't. It's kind of got both in there because it's got like flying dragons and stuff in it.
Right.
So that can't be live.
Why not? Dragons aren't real?
Dragons don't fly.
What?
So, but it's got Sigourney Weaver, Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldana. Now, this one, the big story about this movie, though, is it's been in like production
Forever?
for like the last 15 years or so. They've tried to get it going. They've tried to get it going. And finally, here it is. So, and it's taken 4 years to make. Sort of like, because wasn't Titanic the same way? Didn't that like $80 million or
know.
$180 million to make it, and then this and that?
But it
and,
made 5 zillion, so
Yeah.
who cares?
So there you go. And then, of course, even farther than that, if you're around during the holidays, don't forget to go to the movies on Christmas. Either A, Alvin and the Chipmunks, the Squeakquel.
Yes.
B, It's Complicated, starring Meryl Streep, Steve Martin, and Alec Baldwin.
Pass.
Meryl Streep, Alec Baldwin are in love. Then they get a divorce. She falls in love with Steve Martin. Then Alec Baldwin comes back into the picture, and then they start sleeping around, and it's
I
complicated.
do love Alec Baldwin, though, in a comedy. He's very funny.
His appearance on the radio program on Saturday Night Live,
Shwetty?
Shwetty,
Mr. Shwetty?
Mr. Shwetty,
Yes.
has got to be one of the top of recent Saturday
Yeah.
Night Lives. That's got to be one of the best ones.
Steve Martin, I'm pretty much over, but
Yeah, I know.
anyway. So there's that one
And then Sherlock Holmes.
on Christmas
I'm
Day.
telling you, and I know you disagree, but Robert Downey Jr., Jude Law as Dr. Watson, this is going to be the movie of December.
All right.
I'm telling you, this looks fantastic.
All right.
I'm setting myself up. I know it. The wife's
You
saying,
are.
you're setting yourself up.
Yep.
You're going to be disappointed.
Hey, Bob,
Yeah?
you're setting yourself up.
I know. I'm going to be
Let
disappointed.
me be the one to tell you on the air.
But I'm thinking,
That's your problem.
I know. Oh, hey. Now, coming out in January, Hoodwinked 2.
Which Hoodwinked 1 was fabulous.
Wasn't that a great movie?
It really was.
I'm telling you what. I love Patrick Warburton. Everything he's in.
Which he's in just about every Disney
Yeah, but I'm
animated
telling you,
movie.
he's just got that voice
Yeah, he
where,
does.
But the new one comes out in January. It's called Hood versus Evil.
I hope it's good because, the sequel to Shrek, I don't think was as good as the original.
It was still better than Shrek 3.
Well,
Shrek the Third.
when you do 3.
I know. A teenage Red Riding Hood trains in a distant land with a mysterious covert group called Sisters of the Hood.
Nice.
She is then called upon by Nikki Flippers, head of the Happily Ever After agency, who teams her with the Wolf to investigate the disappearance of Hansel and Gretel.
Oh, no. First it was the Muffin Man.
I
Now
know the
it's-
Muffin Man.
Now it's Hansel and Gretel
He lives on Drury Lane. Bill Hader is in this movie.
from Saturday Night Live.
Hayden
Adventureland.
Panettiere. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Okay. And that's all they list. They don't list anybody else. So that's coming out middle of January. That could be pretty cool. And then
And then
the end of January, The Rock is back.
I can smell what The Rock is cooking.
The Rock has wings.
Hot. Oh, yes. This looks cute.
You're kidding.
Funny family movie.
I know.
Tooth Fairy, right?
Yep.
Yes.
The Rock is the Tooth Fairy.
Love it.
When a pro hockey player named the Tooth Fairy for his ability to knock out other players' teeth dashes the hopes of a young boy, he is ordered to 1 week's hard labor as the real Tooth Fairy.
Yes.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Ashley Judd, Julie Andrews, and others. And again, it's rated PG for sports action.
Yes. Hockey.
It's hockey. Kids are at home playing NHL 10 on the PS3.
We have to shelter the children, Bob.
Okay.
Come on.
So if you're going to the movies this week, again, you got the vampires, you got the aliens, you got Sandra Bullock.
And the names are?
Oh yeah. The Twilight Saga thing.
Yes.
Okay. And